Ladies and gentlemen, welcome so much to the Go Mode Podcast Mentor Tournament 26. My name is Angels. Joining me today on comms is Cardian. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Looking forward to this match.
And yeah, this is gonna be a good one. We have Whiskey Bill and Quinn Stoffer working, which both went 0-1 in their first week. This is the second week. Both of them starting Zank with just a piece of heart. The mentor for Whiskey is Simaru, and the mentor for Quinn Stoffer is Sign.
Looks like Questifer might be doing Houlihan.
Yeah, I like this. I like Hula Hand. It is a nice way to get some money early, so you can always guarantee, yeah, CAC. But it's also the sort of route routing with just doing this, buying bombs from Lake Shop, and then potentially either go to Eastern early or down into South Shore. So I kind of like what Quinn is doing.
Yeah, and so far Whiskey Bill hasn't gotten anything out of Tree Pole or Crab.
Yeah, they were a little bit unfortunate there, and just rupees today on Lumberjack, so we do not have to kill Aga for that at least.
Loot.
That is one of the items that you would not want to. That you would basically not go to CAC early to try to get before going there. So that is definitely gonna help Shen here a little bit with this early routing, because whenever Whiskey goes semi-quipping to Link's house, he's gonna have to go back to CAC to activate that, and that's gonna take just a little bit of extra time.
Questifer trying for the 50-50 bombs here. Got one.
And that is usually enough. He got the rupees, but if he wants to use that, he has it for race game. Otherwise, there's always bombable hut there in CAC that will give you the rest of the bombs. When a fortunate hit there from Whiskey. That's
3
gonna
bombs
be.
on race game.
Yeah, we are not gonna get that.
Yeah, that's a little far to just get 3. Oh, there's a sword in library.
Yeah. Well, we at least know that we have guaranteed a sword and once we get boots. Ooh, they have the
Shovel
other
a
item.
well.
Yeah. At the back of Tamade, we have a few bombs there, so Whiskey will not have to buy any bombs at least for CAC. We can use that money for Ball of Merchant instead, with all those rupees that went well as well.
Looks like he's buying bombs before checking Tavern, though.
Yeah, not too surprising. And Hookshot in Seeking Coop.
That's a nice find.
Yeah. The nice thing with getting either Hookshot or Boomerang would be that you could very early check stun price, because that could potentially give you more bombs, it could give you rupees, arrows, a lot of good things for later on in the seed.
Yep.
And with that flute that Christopher also found, he could potentially just say, hello mountain.
Yep, that does open up right side Death Mountain for Questifer.
Yeah, Hookshot is also one of the items I really like to use whenever I do in the dark rooms. It's gonna be not the fact here though, because of the lamp that Whiskey just picked up there, but yeah, you know.
Nice cane down in Blind's basement as well.
Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of rupees hiding in CAC today. Yeah. Are we some sort of Robin Hood today, running around and stealing from the rich and giving to the poor? Or rather, stealing from the poor and giving to ourselves?
Seems like it.
we have a good stun weapon, and we have also a nice weapon. So yeah, the mountain just seems even better now. Red came really nice against those mini Moldorms.
Yeah. Nothing on Bottle Vendor.
Nope. Since Questoffer is also gonna run up and take Lost Woods. Whenever you get the flute here, you can just opt out to wait with woods for later, for when you are going to Dark World. Well, but yeah, just sticking to the normal route is all good enough. This shovel sector that we're gonna see from Whiskey is gonna be interesting, considering the fact that Questoffer, because this route is gonna have to isolate that for way later.
Yeah. If that's something, it could be important.
And we are fluting to 6. Pretty nice one. One bottle on the desert ledge. 6 is actually quite nice. You can get into Aegina. Now, after that, you can just go over to 7 to check Shausor. It's a pretty nice routing here. Getting off all of those sort of places that people tend to isolate.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully Questifer finds some bombs soon, though.
He has the capital, so it's not too much of a worry. And unfortunately, just 20 rupees from Whiskey. That the shovel did not pay out.
Nope. Well, it paid out in couch cash.
Yeah. And this looks like it's gonna be a reverse Saucer routing for Whiskey. I quite like this routing.
Mini Moldorm and then back to Dam.
Yeah. You can even be as screwed as possible and also go into desert with that.
Nice hook clip on Questifer's side.
Yeah, those tiny frames where you can shoot through a moving block.
This is a really rich seed.
Yeah. Well, that is gonna be at least our first bottle as well. That is quite nice for Whiskey. Gives him at least one additional thing he can do once he decides to go back to CAC to activate his flute. So that is pretty nice bottle for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Here comes the interesting consideration. Once Questoffer has done Mini Mordorm, is he gonna follow Whiskey over to Ice Cave, or is that the time when he decides to go mountain?
I don't know. Mini Moldor or Ice Rod Cave is pretty easy to isolate, but he does have the flute. And there's a lot up on the mountain.
Yeah. Particularly time though when the people tend to isolate ISO KVs when they don't have flute, because that is such a long walk. He does do it though.
Looks like we're fluting over to 8 and walking up.
Yeah, and Whiskey's gonna head over and Sick Kid and activate his own flute. And they have our first map check. The 5-6 crystal in Hera is super interesting in this seed, as well as a pendant in Eastern. It all sort of points to potentially wanting to find maybe Hammer before going up the mountain. If you want to be able to finish that once you get there.
There's not that many checks left, though, down here, so...
Yeah, that is an unfortunate thing. They have a bunch of stuff in the Eastern. We have Sahasala and Eastern Palace, but yeah, that is also one thing that the new sort of don't want to say meta because it is the wrong word, but the thing that people have started doing.
Anything on Sick Kid? Just more money.
We are continuing with our reverse Robin Hood of stealing from the poor and taking to ourselves.
Yeah, 10 minutes in and both runners have 4-digit numbers.
And we were talking before we started here a little bit about retro mode. This would have been such a cool retro seed.
Yeah. Alright, so Whiskey's going to give us our look at Sahasrala's closet.
Yeah. And very interesting divergence here between them. Nothing back there though.
Nothing back there and nothing on top of Spectacle Rock. Blue mail inside.
Yeah, Blue Mail is pretty nice, especially in these beginner tournaments. Getting that little extra defensive will absolutely save you when you're doing the different boss fights.
And especially at only 5 hearts right now.
Yeah. Okay, is Christopher here gonna be mentored how to do the bomb jump? Oh, he's doing it. That looks correct.
Nicely
Nicely done. Yeah, that is one of the more interesting bomb jumps because you have to, for most bomb jumps in this game, you can just plonk yourself basically either 1 pixel away or just at the edge of the hole and bomb jump over. For that one, because of the length of it, you have to semi-clip into the wall to be able to reach it all the way down. Time for Paradox Cave for Christopher. This is the sort of place that you have so much hope for, but there is sometimes when it just is nothing.
Well, first 2 checks are absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Minimolums have bomb packs today. That's this very nice knowledge. And there we have our glove for back of escape powder. Red mail. Ooh.
This is... Oh, here's your single arrow. And another rupee.
Yeah, the single arrow of destiny. That one arrow to determine if you kill Ganon or not.
So we have Spiral Cave left, and then Eastern Palace, I believe.
Yeah.
We don't have Dark World access, and we don't even have Aga access. We still need 2 swords or a sword and a cape for Aga.
Yeah. Yeah, Spiral Cave for Christopher. With the hook set is gonna make this trip just that much free, basically. Risky has to be a little bit careful, getting a little bit low on health there. Barely
these cabbages can be really out to get you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so nothing else up on the mountain, it looks like.
Yeah, this is looking like is either you're gonna have to start fake flipping, or you're going to castle at this point.
Zora is in logic. Oh, right, we forgot escape.
Yeah. A little bit surprised that we did not see Christopher go to start with the back of escape first, because that could give you information if you need to head into Dark Cross. But yeah.
Yeah,
that's just medics basically.
Yeah, I think I would have saved and quit, got Dark Cross, and then popped back to the house to do the front.
Yeah. Yeah, what they're referencing is that if either the key or map is in Darkross, by doing this one first, by going this way first, you could get just nothing of them or just one of them. Then, if you do the back first, you get the things back there, and then you have more information. If you need to do Darkross or not.
Yeah, it's also possible that the key is back in the back of Escape, which means that you can't even do it front to back.
Yeah. And considering that they still need 2 items before they would even start thinking about Aga, having to save and quit away, yeah, go to back escape and then get your Aga 1 unlocked, that feels.
Yeah, it sure does feel bad. Nice bomb jump on Whiskey Bill's side.
Yep. That is one of the early bomb jumps you tend to learn once you start playing this game. And a nice little place there that the guard was stunned there for that red cane usage.
Yeah, Questifer's making nice work of what items he has on hand.
Yeah, it's something. He's placing the enemies in a really good positions for those red cane users.
Well, we haven't gotten the key yet, and I haven't seen anything of value here in Escape, so...
Yeah. Here's what we know. Whiskey, is he? No, okay, he's going back of Escape first. That is what we would have expected to do. And that is just a green rupee, and as you see here, there was only 3 items here, so yeah, there's a big sense that there's some that is nothing in Darkross either.
Questifer is walking out, it looks like.
Oh.
Well, he does have red mail, so that's a lot of hits to take.
Yeah. It still is just a tiny bit faster to have taken setting up the death there, but still. And with that, the small key is in Darkross. So, looking at the items here, it is Eastern Palace time.
Yeah, Eastern Palace. We still need too many items for it to be just on Zora.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the sword we have in the background there, and it's like, ooh, you should come here. Big summer blowout. Christopher finally realized that he should probably check the back before going to Darkross.
Yep.
We're looking at each individual runner here. One of the things that Christopher also will have to think about here is does he want to do cleanup first or go to Eastern first? Because he has both the shovel and the ball to check. Yeah, as well.
Well, Bottle at least is a quick flute.
Yeah.
Shovel's a bit of a walk.
It is.
Looks like we're going Eastern.
Yeah. One nice thing with getting to Flute is that you could do Eastern first, you could do a potential Death warp out, and then go Shahzala. That would be a little bit quicker, but Quenstoffer is just gonna do the vanilla way.
Yeah, with the gloves, you have the quick, easy access to the front of Eastern.
Yeah. One of the things I'm seeing both runners here not doing is talking to the elder here. Here, while you will get information of Green Pennant is when you check the map in Dark World. Actually, talking to him here will make that so you don't have to sit in that map for as long. So I quite like still talking to the elder, but that's probably just my cross key brain and stuff like that. That is in the works.
Yeah, I personally think it depends a lot upon the mode you're playing.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Whiskey is actually gonna go for Sora first. This is interesting.
And he's not... Oh, no. Fake Flipper wouldn't work too well here. We don't have Moon Pearl.
Yeah. Not Moon Pearl. Well, there is Moon Pearl.
There's the Moon Pearl. Speaking of Moon Pearl.
Yeah. And yeah, there is Splash Deletion, but would have had to have the arrows for that. You have Bow rather. He has 30 arrows already.
Yeah, Splash Deletion wouldn't have worked too well, though, because he could get it, but he wouldn't be able to walk in the cave without the Moon Pearl.
I was more thinking of Sora Ledge.
Oh, true.
Yeah, nothing on the right side of Eastern. And there is the hammer. So we have Dark World knowledge at least here on the stream. And that is Dark World access as soon as Quen is heading up there.
Yeah, thankfully for Whiskey, he does not have access to Aga, so he's not going to be tempted to try that yet.
However, that hammer is pointing somewhere else.
Taking him up to Crystal Hera.
Yeah. Hera is just such a weird one compared to a lot of the other palaces. It is just a 2-item palace, so in that way it falls down a little bit in priority. But if you will have to get Mirror, you could potentially just go mode Hera later on when you are getting to GT. So it's such an interesting dungeon.
Yep.
There's the big key. Let's check the item in the big chest as well.
It would be interesting if this was the other gloves and give Questifer a completely different Darkhold access.
Yeah. I just love how much Gwen is also utilizing his hookshot everywhere to just move that little bit quicker.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is also very nice big key, which means that we can just do Hera pot here to clip to the middle portion of Hera.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it's a fairly easy one to set up because you basically are lining up with the stuff and placing a bomb at the exact correct place to place it. And there's a small key though. We want to see more items. More items, please. Thank you.
So, 50-50 Moldom or basement now.
Yeah. Here's a cleaning I was mentioning earlier from Christopher. Makes sense at this point. Either you're gonna do this cleaning up or you're going for and because we
Looks
have
like
moved Pearl as stated as well in chat there, if we set up the fake flipper here so he can do water walk when he get out from the waterfall cave and be able to shake it that way.
nicely done Hammer Moldorm on Whiskey's side.
Yeah, and there's a mirror.
Alright, so we don't need the basement today.
You love to see it.
And that mirror's really nice. It's gonna make cleaning up Dark Worlds very nice.
It absolutely will. Yeah, Gravel Ledge in a lot of races. It's just one of those places where I got mirror, but do I really want to go there? But considering this will be the first trip into it, you can definitely then basically do it immediately. But first of all, we have a little special visit we have to do first.
Yeah, we have the magic bat available to us.
Yeah. Cue the theme song of Batman, please.
Just $5.
That is unfortunate.
Got Questifer checking the waterfall ferry now.
Yeah.
Just
And
a
nothing.
shield and a heart.
Yeah. And we unfortunately already had stuff in our bottles, so we are not gonna check what that fairy gives us.
Here's Whiskey doing Eastern Palace first, which will give him his Dark World access real quick.
An interesting thing has actually been stated here by Mr. Angerfans in the chat here. Sin, I have played against Sin a few times, and he is one of those crazy people that would tell you to immediately leave if you find something good somewhere. So we could see him leave. Oh, yeah, he is.
Yep.
This is such a Shimaru play. So yeah. It is a pendant dungeon, so in that way it's understandable. But I have been also so much punished by just leaving a place I'm already exploring. There's a reason why the statement of never half-ass play checks comes from, basically.
Looks like they're both checking the Village of Outcasts area first.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a while ago since it was more customary to do Link's House first. Let's see, we have Green Pendant Swamp Palace, always a nasty one. Pendant, Skullwoods, and the last 5-6 over there in Turtle Rock. This is a pretty nice... All in all, this is a pretty nice placement for all of those rewards.
Yeah, it also means that there's very unlikely to be anything at Pyramid Ferry today.
Yeah. Yeah, that Turtle Rock there is denying a lot of things that could be on Pyramid Ferry. We are basically down to flippers or medallion to be able to enter their Maya with.
Or a bow.
Or a bow.
Nothing so far in Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, quite. It really is an outcast of a place today.
Yeah, not even money. Do you dip thieves down here?
Oh, absolutely. With Red Cane and Hammer, yeah, why not? Red Cane, really good weapon against blind, and Hammer, if you get that small key, you can take the big chest. I have a sort of rule when it comes to those sort of locations, like Big Chest of Steve Town and the basement of Hera. Yeah, I have a little rule that basically says 2 out of my 3 irritating places. Says those 2 and also left side swamp. I will only skip one of them whenever I play. Yeah. If the sea starts line up like it. So yeah, having Hammer going in here is very nice.
Yeah, for sure.
That was one. Oh, continue.
So far, nothing in the front of here. I think we got all of our dungeon items except for the small key too.
Yeah. That is a pretty nice nice thing. Potential that we do not even have to think about the big chest. Yeah, our runners are so neck and neck here.
Both of them making pretty nice use of that hook shot to get around.
Yeah, they do. If we're gonna continue to talk a little bit about this, how you enter Darkwood, because there is still a little bit talk about it when it comes to chat here. I like Wolf of Outcast here for Whiskey more than I like from Quen Software. The reason for that is the mirror. If you're on the way here, it's finding Swamp. Swamp is just down there. Swamp has been such a good one in so many tournaments to head in there whenever you can. So yeah, I really like Whiskey's here deciding to start with Will of Outcast and working himself way that way.
Yeah, it does let him clear up this area and then go probably south because you don't have boots to clear up Flanctuary.
Yeah.
And just hit some mirror checks on the way south.
Yeah, this place can be tough if you don't have a good weapon, but that is Mitts there as well.
French vanilla mitts here in Thieves Town.
Yeah.
And the small key has locked itself.
That is also really nice. And here comes even another big advantage here for Whiskey as well. While he's here, he can just opt into taking Smith and Purple Zest as well while he's here. He's gonna be able to have a lot higher cleaning out of this area because of that mirror.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, this is what you want to do if you have Hammer and Somaria. First 3 hits with the Hammer because it is the pattern is basically the same as normal, and then you're swapping to Red Cane. And a beautiful fight from Whiskey. Quen Software has gone blind down to the bottom of the stage. A very nice. That is basically better for hammer hits. So because you have a lot more area to be able to hit him on, but yeah, got him down anyways as well. And good fire from him, from Christopher as well.
Yep. So we have 2 crystals on Whiskey Bill's side and one crystal on Questifer's side.
Yeah, the 2-1 advantage here for Whiskey, and oh, okay, he almost most isolated the digging game.
Yeah, because if you have a follower, Digging Game does not let you do it.
Yeah.
Quick couple digs for a piece of heart. Not terrible.
Yeah, not terrible at all.
I would rather 5 quick digs for a piece of junk than 30 digs for a piece of junk.
Who wouldn't? Yeah, we are seeing Whiskey now going up to get that frog. We could potentially see Gwenstoffer taking the frog as well and continue his Darkwood exploration, basically turning him off the save quit. But we're not gonna do that this time. He's gonna wait for that mirror before he will do the Smith chain.
Reasonable decision. Smith Chain is a little bit of a bear without the mirror.
Yeah, and compared to Whiskey as well, Gwenstoffer has not done Batcave either, so I can also see from that point wanted to get that done at the same time as well.
Got our second bottle down in Hammer Pegs.
Yeah.
So, what do you think we'll find in Hype Cave?
Based on what we've seen in the series so far, 1 good item and 4 trash ones.
Well, there's one piece of trash. Bombs, ice rod, a heart, and a piece of hearts. So, yeah, you were correct.
Yep. To be honest, that was not the good item I was expecting. I was honestly hoping for flippers there.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, Gwenstoffer is gonna make his way to Hera now. The nice thing here is after Hera, he can just opt into checking the dark side of the right side of the mountain. And there is Bo in K45.
Yep. So now we have Pod.
Pod is really nice right now. Yeah.
Hopefully, Questifer gets back to that fairly soon.
Yeah. An interesting question here, Cardian. Do you prefer hammer Helmasaur, or do you prefer using the bomb strat?
I usually go with Hammer.
Yeah.
If I'm playing Enemizer though, and Helma is in one of the annoying arenas, Moldorm specifically, then yeah, I'm using bombs.
Yeah. That is one thing that not a lot of people know, but yeah, you can use bombs to get away that mask in the first phase. That is the typical thing you see being done in glitch modes.
Questifer almost forgot to pick up that big key.
Yeah. He also had to wait there as well for that item to despawn, because otherwise that would have not worked. Herapot is interesting in that way. It is so nail picky with how you have killed the enemies and that sort of stuff.
Well, nothing on Smith Chain.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be pod for whiskey now.
Yeah, it's a crystal dungeon and you can clear it.
Yeah, big advantage for whiskey, basically, because he went to Hera early.
Yeah, which meant that he could chain Cave 45 in quite quickly.
Yeah.
But there's Moldorm down for Questifer.
Yeah.
2 crystals to 2 crystals.
Honestly, Moldorm is honestly the hardest boss when you're playing this game casually, because I don't know how many times I got knocked down the first time I did that boss.
Oh, so many times. Yep, looks like Questifer is going into the Dark World here.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if these dead rocks will let him.
Just use powder there so you can get rid of them before you accidentally lock yourself.
Yeah, I think you need to throw the powder on them before you turn them into rock, though, right?
Yeah. With the new Enemizer setting that has emerged, that sort of thing is stuff you learn. Yeah, Bombos open TR.
Yeah, so we need at least Bombos.
Yeah, hookshot cave for quest offer here. First one was nothing, second one is just arrows, third one is just a piece of heart, and the final one is another Gringo. That is the third ball for quest offer at this point. This has also been a very interesting seed for another reason, and that is that where's our swords? So this is when testing our runners' swordless possibilities, even though it is in fact not swordless.
Yeah, for sure. And we've seen pretty good showing from both of them on that, using all of their resources to pretty good advantage.
Yeah, yeah. And that
Ether
is
and Pod.
that is a wrong medallion, but a very nice medallion anyways, because there's so many monster rooms you can just use that to eliminate everything.
Yeah.
So this might actually be a dip into Skullwoods for Quen here. No, it isn't. Never mind me.
Might be going down for Smith Chain now.
Yeah. Back of Skull, they haven't been in Skullwoods at all yet. But yeah, Skull is just such an honestly, a lot of times when you go into Dark World for the first time, there tends to be stuff there. But that is that is basically almost every time I played and I got in Titans to get into Dark World, Hammer usually is there. So me and Skull have a love-hate relationship, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Skull can just kind of conceal some really obnoxious things in it. Alright, besides that ether, I haven't really seen anything pulled out of Pod.
Yeah.
Where are all our items?
Yeah, that is the $1 million question right now. Yeah, fourth bottle for Christopher now. Now we are getting all of the defensives in this seed.
And none of the offensive. We know where one sword is. It's on the library, but we need boots to get that.
Yeah.
You think that's going to be our only sword before GT?
I can see it. I can see it. We might, because of desert being in crystal. Yeah, I can definitely see. Yeah, that will be our only one before GT.
Questifer's going to get his bow now.
Oh, Holy Snowstain said, I'm so sad for you. That sounds horrible.
We do have Mire area access. We don't know if we have Mire access.
Yeah.
And we can take a look at desert.
Yeah, Meyer and desert checking is actually would feel really good off the pod here. Yeah, you need to check it anyways for what medallion you need for it. Because that Aether though in pod, I reckon I'm gonna go on a little gamble here and say yeah, that Aether is in fact what you need to open Meyer.
Yeah, that's a good bet right now.
Because without that, you either have to go Pendant Skull or start to go to one of Graveyard Edge, basically.
Just Aether.
Yeah. And as one runner is leaving pod, another one is entering.
Yeah, Questifer's really following behind Whiskey Bill.
Yeah.
Is Whiskey going to go up to Catfish?
It certainly looks like it.
Pyramid Catfish, I guess.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, you're here. You're running out of locations, again.
Yeah.
This seed is really drip feeding us the progression here.
Yeah, it is. We might see another Mario play here if there's something on Pyramid Ledge. There we have our first sword.
Sword! 48-minute sword.
Yeah. Oh, is he leaving? He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave Catfish behind, which is totally understandable.
Well, I actually just realized something. Until we got that sword, we couldn't go into Mire even if it was Aether.
Yep. We couldn't. And it is Bombos as well. The only Bombos requirement when it comes to medallions for this seed.
So except for room clearing, that Aether's not really worth it.
Yeah.
So Pod was basically empty except for a crystal.
Yeah. Yeah, they're saying that no one does. Check my area before you got pod when you have everything for pod.
Let's see if Desert is boots locked. It is not.
Yeah. The sea though is still gonna, if you look at the logic though, it is still gonna think you have a boost for this though. So, or if he decides to boss, it will not still be in logic though. So that is something that you can have in mind when you're playing. You are absolutely correct, the angry fans.
Yeah, and if there's nothing in Swamp, we might not even need those flippers to finish the seed. You can do out of logic Ice Palace.
Yeah.
But considering how few items we've been finding, that swamp might have something.
Yeah, it all depends on when we find those flippers. Are the flippers super deep or are they early enough in the seed to justify it?
Yeah.
It is a green pennant after all. And we did also state earlier that it's not a high chance for something to be on 5-6. There is a lot of possibilities though still when it comes to PED. Basically every single item except for Fire Rod of what we need could be on pedestal.
Yep, and some of these things, like the mushroom or the book, could lead to progression that we need.
Yeah.
Trying for an Ice Rod fight with Lanmo.
Yeah, Ice Rod can be irritating because you're thinking, oh, it's just another rod. The irritating with that one is that their shots are slower, so you're also a little bit offset with the timing. You have to think about it whenever you do Ice Rod strats. That is also one thing that we saw there on the whiskey side that you might also have to also think about. You have to track a little bit, but with La Mola here, because you did see that whiskey did shoot out an extra shot on the already dead La Mola.
But he's got Lanmola down.
He did. And that is both items as well, so there's no reason to come back here ever.
But besides a crystal, yet more emptiness.
Yeah.
Nice turtles room on Questifer's side.
Yeah. That is also one of the rooms that is really interesting to look at when you are looking at new players and compare them to good players, because that room is night and day basically. And that is Fire Rod.
So there's a little bit of progression.
Yeah, that is basically taking us, if you don't want to ever think about flippers, that is taking you to Ice Palace.
Which we might be going to.
Yeah. Time to stack up on potions. Fire Rod is quite expensive to use inside of Ice Palace, so yeah.
you're going up to the mountain.
Yeah. That is...
Bike Cave?
Yeah,
No.
it is Christopher that has been to Dark
Oh,
Death
right.
Mountain, not Whiskey. He's betting basically that Ether is the one needed to open it.
Yep. He's going to be sorely disappointed. Well, we're about an hour in, and our runners are starting to backtrack over each other. So let's take a moment to remind you to give our runners a follow. They're putting on a nice show here.
Absolutely, both them and the mentors. It was a huge credit for them to not only help out our new runners here in this tournament, but also dedicating their time to help out basically. Also, thanks so much to Mr. Angerpants for doing restreaming. This viewing would not be possible without him. Thanks so much to Centipede as well for doing the tracking. And thanks so much also to my co-com here. I don't need any thanks.
But you should have some.
That's, we see. We see what people think by the end of the cast here.
There's the sword for Questifer. Looks like he might be... No? Okay. I thought he was heading up to Catfish, but decided to leave.
He just wanted his mirror portal a little bit more fancy of a place.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he didn't bonk, but nicely placed.
Yep. And that is also one thing we also have to consider as well, that was stated here by Vortex in chat. How long is Whiskey and Sumaru gonna just stay away from Eastern? They did leave off the Moon Pearl. And there is... I think there was one item left there.
Yeah, I think there was an item on the boss. There isn't? I thought we...
We have seen Whiskey setting up for the fake flipper here. A little bit of interesting way of doing it.
Yep. If you start having problems with this, you can always just bomb yourself into the screen transition.
Yeah.
There we go.
He got the diagonal jump in. That is usually what you do when you're doing the fake flipper near Witch Hut. But yeah, good job. Oh, there we go. Now Christopher has 4 bottles. I am just bad at counting to 4 apparently.
Well, we'd seen all 4 bottles before he picked that one up, so we knew where they all were.
Yeah. Christopher here realizing that he never went to the main area and never got the big key.
Yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of problems getting all the... Oh, there's the book.
After this, it might actually not be too bad of a play to go Skull Woods, because you can get both of the items in there, and you also have that can also get the information about Ped.
Yeah. So that is a Flipper's locked book. So we'll not find Flippers behind it, in case there's anything in Swamp.
Yeah. Flipper's gonna be on Ped anyways. They needed it for Swamp anyway, so...
Yep.
A very nicely paced big key there. Fortunately, not small keys yet, so we can't do the good routing to iced tea, unfortunately.
Getting a little knocked around by that fireball.
Yeah, that fireball knows what they are doing basically. If there is an item here in the big chest, we will not have to ping, or maybe we already found all the items on actually. Nope. Okay, we are doing it that way. Got it.
Well, he didn't flip the switch, so he needed a key.
Yeah, I was thinking more of not hookshotting to the big chest. But yeah, that you're correct. It was just not the switch just flipped the correct way. You're getting so used with how stuff is flipped normally, so yeah.
Cold stare fight for whiskey.
Yeah, unfortunately not most of the higher yet. If you have that, you could potentially save some magic on with using sword beams as well. There's a very interesting way how if you hit the boss with the sword beam, basically immediately after it has been hit by fire rod, you could get him some extra damage on that ice. But unfortunately, not today.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're still on fighter sword, so no ability to do sword beams at all.
Yeah. And the fact that Whiskey was using hammer there is a really good sign for how good Whiskey might potentially be doing in the future of this tournament. Having the bravery to do that is really nice.
Yep. Took advantage of the fact that he had red mail to tank some hits and just got in there and smacked him with the hammer.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be Skullwood stand for Quen Christopher now.
Yep.
Unfortunately, not the book. Book is he's sticking to logic. This is probably gonna be flippers in Skullwood stand. That is how I can see how you get the book at this point.
Very possibly. Or it's over on Catfish.
Would that be considered French vanilla at this point? because of
Probably.
because of its location in correlation to Light World.
It's the other Scamfish.
Yeah.
Nice bomb jump.
Yeah, very nicely done. That's also one thing I have seen between these two. We have seen just that little bit better execution-wise on Whiskey's side. However, Quen Stoffer has been so good when it comes to the technical sides.
Yeah, for sure. Did we get any items here in the front?
Nope, we will have to go to the back.
Well, guess it's a good thing we skipped out on Skull Woods until we had that fire rod.
Yeah.
Red Cane making that room very easy.
Yeah.
Well, there's one of our items.
Yeah.
Looks like Questifer's going for the basement chest first.
Mhm.
Makes sense. This is a pendant dungeon, so if you don't have to beat Moth, then let's not beat Moth.
Yeah, absolutely. There is Bombos.
Fire
So
locked fire.
yeah,
And that's both Mire and Turtle Rock access.
yeah, that brings that honestly is really nice here that we see actually Whiskey actually skipping out because that tells us a little bit about where our runner's mindset at the moment. And Christopher potentially might feel a little bit behind because of how late he got mirror and stuff like that. So decides to just opt out, while Whiskey might be thinking more of potentially being that maybe a little bit better positioned, and then decides to just continue here and just finish this off while you're here. Sometimes I'm really bad at explaining my thoughts. Have I realized as I've been sitting here?
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I have problems with it too. Using Fire Rod on Moth to get him down.
Yeah.
I would probably switch to the hammer here.
Yeah. You're a tank at the moment, after all.
But he gets him down.
Yeah. So probably mirroring here afterwards to Sec Ped then. If you're gonna go for Ped here, look for Pendant here, just Sec Pedestal afterwards.
Yeah. That'll let you know if you need to go into Eastern to finish it, and if you need to find those flippers.
Yeah.
Because actually, I think Bombos might put Whiskey into go mode. Except a sword.
Yeah, only need a sword after that.
Yep, he's treating it as go mode.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I believe the general opinion is that you'll find a sword on the way,
Yeah.
and if you find those boots, you know where your second sword is.
The thing is though, it is not guaranteed though, it could still be somewhere else, and with how DP logic works, boots is gonna have to be just somewhere that is not GT.
So right now, I'm going to say that Whiskey has an advantage here, with Ice Palace down and being technically in go mode.
Yeah, there is a 4 crystal versus 3 crystal advantage here for him. Otherwise, don't they have the same items? I'm trying to look at trackers and I don't see any difference.
No, they really have done pretty much the same things.
Yeah. The nice thing for Christopher is gonna be able to just go mode Ice Palace. Not that you have to go off in random directions in ice, but still that because Whiskey did not check the bridge chest first might give Christopher just that little bit of advantage here. It all depends on how it's gonna come down to how they're out GT at this point.
And
One.
continuing our trend of the dungeons, still nothing in Mire.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Bill being up that Ice Palace clear puts him in a small advantage. Questifer can go mode it, but considering the layout of the items, it's not going to be too much of a difference.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Making our way quickly through the Mire Dark Rooms here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no magic in the dark shenanigans today for any of our runners.
Yeah, Whiskey's catching up a little bit on Questifer. Entered after him and is almost in the same room as him.
Yeah. The difference is Christopher still looking for that sword while Whiskey decides to basically go mode Mire. Which is an interesting gamble, to say the least.
Well, it'll pay off.
Yeah.
Questifer using bomb strats on Viddy to soften the little eyes up.
Yeah.
And so is Whiskey.
And that's one thing with the eyes here. It's actually with the fighter you have to do sword spins to do damage to them, and yeah, that is not the nicest thing when a lot of eyes is going against you. But yeah, gonna opt for some hammer hits here as well. Want to save so that he has 8 arrows for the big eye after. And yeah, we can already we see on the left side actually just what I'm talking about with how the eyes can make sword spins with fighter just that much harder.
Yeah, Questifer's got a little bit cleaner fight because he decided to use the bow after the bombs.
Yeah.
Nicely done on Questifer's side.
Yeah. He is building up. He started to build up a little bit of a lead here. Okay. Whiskey is switching to the bow here. Probably being yelled at by Sumaru to do that. There we go. All of the tiny eyes are dead.
And there's Viddy down for Whiskey. Just TR left to go.
Yeah.
Nice fake flipper on Questifer's side.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I like this. Heading into Upgrade Ferry to fill up your bombs and your arrows after that fight.
Hey, you've got the money and you're gonna be right here.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey Bill stopping in for some more potions.
He did have to use the blue goo during that fight.
And like always, the berries decide to electrify at exactly the wrong time.
Yeah. Whiskey not even opting to... Oh, there we go. He was taking at least 2 of the rocks for bombs.
Yeah, I believe there's one right at the start of TR.
Yeah. I would still check those rocks that Whiskey did at the end there, though.
Yeah,
get the
you're
bombs.
right there.
The top left one is my favorite one. That one tends to give bombs the most likeliest. Is that even a word, though?
Close enough. Squeezes by that dead rock.
Oh, fear Nap. Nap, don't try to curse our runners. You don't want to scare them away from the community.
Oh, that's a mean decision, Fernap. Why would you say that? GT Big Key on Torch, Boots in Swamp? Ew.
Hey, it can happen.
It can happen. And I repeat, ew. Iron Gamer over here making it worse, saying Boots on Ped.
Hey, why not? You technically would have needed boost before you got to ET anyways with this crystal lineup. But hey, Master Sword for Whiskey.
Oh, we finally got our second sword at last. Yeah, before we picked up that sword, Mr. Angry Pants in chat had asked where the flippers could even be and mentioned the tablets, but flippers can't be on tablets because Book is in Ice Palace.
Yeah. Ooh, 2 small keys in Roller Room. That opens up that we are not gonna see Lava Cest. Oh wait, no, we could still see Lava Cest. It all depends on what is in the next cest over.
Yeah, if Big Key is in Chain Chomps, then we can skip Big Lava Chest. Otherwise, it's vanilla Big Key.
Yeah.
Chain Chomps being a bit mean here.
What I talk about? This is how they normally act.
Yeah, mean.
No, mean or when they are blocking your shots on the switches.
True. Or they're just on the other side and you lay down a block and then right before you fire it off, one of the heads just eats it up.
Yeah, at that point you just hire the same song to be goalkeepers in the World Cup.
Pretty much.
With how many goals there has been in this World Cup, they might have to do it anyways.
Yep, skipping Lava Chest.
As one will do.
Bombos on these two. It gets them out of the way.
Yeah, you only have Master Sword, so if you had tempered, but doing spins would have felt a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like we're going outside.
Yep. You either hit the switch or you go the outside way here to the big chest.
Just 50 rupees. And Dead Rock being extra mean to Questifer.
Yep.
Oh, we don't have a bomb.
And we do not have boots either, so Whiskey's gonna have to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, you should have picked up that bomb in the laser room.
Yeah.
There's one right next to you on your right when you're setting up for the bomb.
Yeah. Alvortex, we are going back because Whiskey does not have a bomb on him. He's gonna have that on that room with the single pokey.
Looks like Shinmaru's telling him where the bomb is. Yep, there's the one. Nice use of mirror to skip going around again or trying to go through the Pokey's room a third time.
Yeah, we have seen enough of that room on his side now. We don't need to see it again.
Absolutely.
And will it be the Smoky? It will be. We'll not have to do laser bridge today.
Just enough magic for the platform.
Yeah. He's probably gonna go up to the right here to get the ones here. Yeah, he's getting this stuff here. That's nice. Well, he had to do that as well. Otherwise, he would have to go down to Laser Bridge area. Yeah, and he wouldn't be able to do that anyways because he doesn't have bombs. Ooh, using sword there is scary. Yeah, I would much rather would I be thinking about hook shot. Oh. You still don't have a bomb, Whiskey. You can't do this.
Yeah, you're still short bombs.
At this point, he's just looking for more swords.
Or the boots. Or silvers.
Yeah, but look at your health. You don't want to do this to waste your bottles, basically.
Yeah, I'm not sure I entirely agree with this.
Yeah, I would have been more. Oh, there's flippers, by the way. That is how we would have gone our go mode. Anyway.
Oh, so you were supposed to go up here to get the flippers to go into Ice Palace. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what Whiskey was trying to do there was bootsless laser skip, and it's actually relatively simple as soon as you know what the motions are. Basically, it's just a simple stutter step. You start walking, and then pause briefly in about the middle of the ledge, and then keep walking.
Yeah.
And then after you get that down, the worst part of it is getting back out because you're going to get the chest before the laser stops shooting, and your automatic assumption is, well, let's just walk out, and then you'll get hit in the back.
Yeah. Oh, Whiskey's gonna have to be careful. Only seeing at half magic here. We do not want to have to use any more. Oh, barely magic.
Barely makes it.
Yeah, I don't know if he had any more bottles left. I think he had to have gotten it there. And also actually using even the ice on the floor to his advantage there as well.
That gets Trinex down. We've got
Yeah.
Questifer checking Mimic's Cave, and there's our
Silvers!
Silvers!
Oh my god! That is gonna be huge for Questopper. That's basically gonna make both of the Boseks left in GT and Ganon that much easier. My god.
Especially if we don't get that Tempered Sword.
Yeah.
So as we're heading to GT with our final crystal, where's the big key gonna be?
Yeah, that is the dollar question. Type in chat if you want to guess. 1 to 22. You have to be quick though. As soon as Whiskey starts checking the first test, it will be seeding. If you type after that. I think number 9. I'm feeling for 9.
I'll go with Bob's chest today.
Okay. Nope, this was number 2 today.
True Hope Room.
Yeah, we are gonna see. We just run over to the left here to check if there's either sword on the torch and to get the key here. The key is probably actually what he wanted to get. Or
Oh,
no,
looks like we're heading to Stalfos room.
he's checking for that sword or that silvers.
Yep, he's not gonna find Silvers though. But there's 2 swords left out there.
Yeah, one of them on this set, one of them on the library, and one of them we have no idea. It's not here, so he's gonna leave.
Yeah, I think that's the furthest I would go into the basement of
Yeah.
GT.
And I'm thinking, thank God that Christopher went actually down to open up the place down here. That is not a lot of health he had left.
Yeah. Nice mimics.
Yeah.
So, Boots in Swamp?
Yeah, I can see it. We are probably gonna see both Whiskey and Christopher opening the chest at the top of Gauntlet as well, so unless Boots is there, we will never know where they are.
Yeah.
The only way would be if people go to racetime.com and head to their lobby and get to see there and look for themselves. I'm not gonna do that because I do not want to.
This seed's a little mean for my taste.
Yeah.
And a little linear, too.
Yeah, absolutely. This seed is definitely one of the ones where once you found the route, you just stick to it. It is an interesting factor that it expects you to head to a Mimic area just to get Fire Rod to then leave for the Skullwoods to be able to do Mire and Turtle Rock, and while you're in Turtle Rock you get Flippers for your go mode. Plus you also have to find time for when you want to go to Pyramid and Hype Cave. It is quite an interesting gamble of when to do stuff there. You basically you don't want to do a lot of dungeons early in Dark World.
No, the dungeons had absolutely nothing for us today, pretty much.
Yeah.
Questiver's having a bit of trouble with this ice rod or this Trinex head doing a little dance.
Yeah.
Finally gets it down.
Yeah.
Whiskey is through Landmo 2.
Look at the magic though.
Yeah. I don't
he's
know
gonna,
what-
He's gonna have to have one more bottle.
I hope so. I bring around the rosy hammer and hit, and nice Wizrobe 2 on Whiskey's side.
That is enough magic if you use lamp.
Just barely.
Yeah, he's setting up for the lamp way to do it. At least there's a big magic we feel here in this room.
Yeah.
I actually won one race because I did this without this ET without Fire Rod. I won a race because of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Fire was on the catfish in that seed.
Catfish is such a disgusting location.
Yeah. Yeah, both me and my opponent went to GT without Fire Rod. We found we had both of a high count on where the big key was, and off the basement I went up and he left to try to find that Fire Rod, not knowing that you can do the second room without Fire Rod. But you just barely get it.
Well done, Moldorm 2 on Whiskey's side.
Yeah, and not
And-
so there either.
Nope. So
However, look at the difference. Is Silvers even gonna matter in this one?
well, the thing is, Master Sword spins can throw you around a lot, and if you're not expecting it,
Yeah, these guys can also throw around a lot.
this room is just terrible. Yeah, smack that Helmasaur.
Yeah. Alright, how good are they at geometry? That is what Whiskey's gonna be tested at here.
That's one hit. 2.
Yeah, 2 singles so far.
3. Oh, missed that one.
Yeah.
Double there. So that's 5.
Yeah.
One more hit. And Aga 2 down.
Yeah. Same time, it is a very fun dance Christopher is doing in the second mini room.
Yeah, Mimics 2 has a lot of obstacles that can just, if you're not used to it, can just throw you around.
Yeah. Okay, as long as Whiskey do not die or accidentally falls down in the fourth phase, he still have it. This.
Yeah, for sure.
He just need to lock in here basically.
Yep, with a Master Sword Silverless Cannon, just take it slow and steady.
Yeah. Do not do any unnecessarily gambles. That is a nice double hit there.
Yep. I'd probably
Okay, we
get
are
up
in second
that-
phase.
Yep, I'd get it.
Oh,
You need to
look
face
upward,
up
upwards,
to get
upwards.
this one.
Yeah. Ooh. How did it not get hit by the fire bats there?
I don't know. But yeah, if you're in that upper right corner, you need to be facing upwards to get those spins.
Either upwards or you have to be far to the right if you want to face the rightward. But taking a little bit easier here after those 2 hits he got against himself. Ooh, has to be careful. Does have 2 more blues, okay. He should be fine then.
Yeah, so long as he doesn't get spun into the pit in
Yeah.
4th phase, he's probably got this in the bag.
Yeah. We're getting a double hit there against him.
Questifer is through the gauntlet now into Wizrobes 1.
Yeah. Okay, just a few more hits to get him through. There we go. Second phase is done. We're off to third. 4 more hits in this phase. This phase is also super dangerous because of those fire bats if you do not hit Ganon quick enough.
Questifer remembering that there is a second small magic in this fire bar room.
Yeah. He's setting up for not having to use Fire Rod as well. Okay, he did it anyways. Silver's on Death Mountain. Yeah, we know where they are. Whiskey also doing the correct thing. Oh no, was hit so he couldn't get the force glitch.
Oh, that's gonna make this a little harder.
Yeah. Also, no!
Oh,
I was gonna say he was one hit KO there because he wanted to save this bottle for magic, but yeah, got hit unfortunately. He is gonna
Looks like
head.
we're mirroring and flute to get. No, you just have to go a little further
Yeah,
to get some more
Right.
potions.
yeah. This is the correct play. Head down, get back up your resources. Take the time to basically just reset your compositions, that sort of stuff.
And Questifer out here catching a fairy.
Yeah, that is a good play as well. He has 4 bottles, so he has plenty of resources in those other bottles. So why not have a fairy as well?
Oh, Moldorm saying no.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually is really good still for Christopher. He still has a chance. Another knockdown.
Moldorm, please. Come on, Questifer, you can do it.
Yeah.
Got him.
There we go. Alright then. All eyes on the whiskey here, still. It is at least nice of Mordom too to give you arrows in case you have silver so that you will have arrows for Ganon.
True. Questifer got through that room very nicely. And Whiskey
Yeah.
on phase 2 again.
Yeah. Christopher took his time on the last set of conveys here to line himself up with the door. To be fair, when it comes to the Aga 2 here, he's not in good positions to get a lot of doubles and stuff like that.
No, these patterns are not really very nice. Oh, did not count as a double, I don't think. There's Aga 2 down for Questifer.
Yeah. And where Whiskey is in the fight, it could potentially be super close.
Yeah, it's gonna be that difference between Silver's and Master Sword spins.
Yeah.
That is 24 spins on that last phase.
Well, Whiskey is done with phase 2. He's into phase 3 now. Alright, he's done with phase 3. He is gonna persist. Don't stand there. Okay. I was scared that he was gonna get hit by a fire bats here. He has technically Whiskey has enough bottle, so he could go for triples. However, at this point, just take the safety way out. You don't want to have another accident.
Yeah, slow and steady. Questifer getting the good right-hand corner up here for some doubles.
Yeah, taking a lot of hits on the way out though. Ooh, have to be careful. Get hit by one trying to run out. At that point, you have to use your hook shot to dodge that damage. Now, that was his fairy usage. Probably would have wanted to have that later on in the fight though. But yeah, still nice for him to pick up that fairy. Whiskey has switched over to Fire Rod to try to get those triple hits.
Yeah, he's got the resources to spend.
He's waiting a little bit too long though to get triple hits.
Yeah, you want to be shooting right around the time he lands, I believe.
Yeah.
Questifer on phase 3 now.
Yeah. Got his first hit there. I think there are 2 more sword spins for Whiskey.
Yeah, I think that second phase of Ganon took Questifer just a little too long.
Yeah. Never mind, I was lying. Oh, Questov has to be careful here. It's very easy to get knocked off by the fairy bats here. Okay, he got it. Okay, both players in fourth phase. One of them is long ahead though. Those silvers is gonna have to matter. Getting a single for the first position. Get potential for double here on the second position. Only be single because of one being hit into the wall.
2 more hits on Questifer's side.
Single. He's gone. He's gone in the third hit. One more. He's getting the 4th hit.
Oh! The silvers made the difference.
Yeah, you only have to cross the most dangerous gap in the entire game. This is one you can't bomb me on. just take your time and wait until it comes out. And there we go. Quinstoffer
And
is
there's-
gonna be our winner here. My
And
God.
there's cannon down for whiskey.
This is one of the tightest beginning races I've seen in a long time.
Well done, silverless spins on Whiskey's side.
Yeah. Quinstoffer coming in with 1:45.00 on the dot, while Whiskey coming in at 1:45.16.
Very close race there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Generally, as we're waiting for our runners to come in here, this race has been a good one. It has been a lot of basically differences between the more technical side on one side, the more execution heavy on the other side. It's been interesting.
Yeah, very well run race on both of our runners' parts, especially since they didn't have swords for quite a lot of it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was 46 minutes until they got the sword, so yeah, they had to work really hard on those early boss fights.
Yep, and they did very well with just the resources they had on hand.
If you're wondering, we are currently making sure that our mic levels are good. One of our runners had to quickly go to restroom room, so yeah, we are gonna be getting the other runners in here as quickly as we can, basically. But yeah, any other thoughts before they join us?
Not that I can think of. Anything on your side?
A lot of the seed also was determined basically on the routing thing, what you decided to go and when you decided to go, basically.
Yeah, and then that decision on Questopher's side to check words.
Mimic.
Place. Mimic, thank you. To check Mimic really gave him that final edge after everything.
Yeah. We could also tell a little bit about who was a mentor as well, just based on looking at the runners as they have joined us here now as well. Welcome to both Whiskey and Quinstoffer to the little our green room here. How are you guys feeling?
Dang.
That was fun. It was definitely interesting. Thanks for having us, and thanks for putting this on for us, guys.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, those more than 2 faults you had there, Quinstoffer, my God, that made it just so much more interesting.
Yeah, Moldorm 2 was not cooperative. He just didn't want to cooperate. He had it out for me.
He really did.
Man, the biggest difference between you two, except for that silver in Mimic Cave, was the early routing there. The Whiskey, you finding that hammer before going to East and taking you to Hera to get mirror before getting into Dark World, compared to Quen getting that going to EP before going Sora.
I
Yeah.
would say when I got that hammer, I felt like I was in good shape because I alleviated a lot of a couple extra checks, but then was able to get the mirror up. It was up by Hera, I believe, which made a lot of routing easier after that.
Yeah, it was on Moldorm 1.
That's right. Yep.
So
that made
go
sense.
ahead.
Good. I was gonna say, just having the mirror made navigating things much easier after that. So,
Hmm. Did Whiskey? Did you find another sword or boots? Because another sword was in the library, but I never found boots. I never
Yep.
found another sword or nothing.
I was in the same boat. I had 3 bottles. That was my safeties. I had no cane, no cape.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are expecting the boost to be in swamp because of how desert logic works.
Okay.
Because as it is, because desert was a crystal, so you had to garden boost before you got to GT. So
Oh,
that
makes
is
sense because you would have to have it because in our case we didn't need the big key off of, or something off the torch, but in a scenario where you do, that would be locked then. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah. So we are basically expecting it to be in swamp at this point.
Could be on
Along with
Catfish.
our other sword. Oh yeah.
That
yeah.
too.
Catfish. I was waiting for Catfish to have a sword or something because like I popped out a pod still without a sword. I'm like, we gotta find something here. I'm like, let's go check Pyramid. Let's go check Catfish. And you heard Shig like sigh. I'm like, all right, we won't do Catfish. And then finding the sword on Pyramid, it was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Sheehan talked about it, and we're like, yeah, we'll do Catfish when we, go do Graveyard Ledge and just kind of run it that way, and ended up
Makes
never
sense.
doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, another sword or the boots could be in Graveyard Ledge too.
Very true.
Absolutely.
So silvers were in Mimic Cave. I was like, as soon as Ganon said silvers were in Dark World, I was like, Spike Cave.
Oh, you did Masters for Silverless?
I sure did.
Oh,
And when he even had a death in fourth phase as well.
oh,
Yep.
ouch.
Yeah,
Yep.
the combination of that death and you picking up Silver's Questifer, that really cinched it.
That was, and it was still 16-second difference.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it sounds like your routing was way better than mine. It was just silvers.
Yeah, Ganon is hard without silvers when you have
Yeah.
Master Sword.
Yeah. That's Rando, baby.
Rando gonna rando.
Yep.
Yeah, especially in this seed. Wow.
Yeah. This seed was not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, so by logic, you needed to dip TR before you did Ice Palace.
Yep.
Whoops.
I'm just like, wait a minute. Yeah, we know flippers are gonna be in TR somewhere. That's the only reason why. Screw the hell with it. I'm just going. I don't need it.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I'm like, oh, I can do this whole thing. Let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah. And honestly, because of what items were in that place as well, it didn't take too much time off.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
items-
was. Go ahead.
the items were nicely laid out in Ice Palace.
They really were.
Yeah, there was just nothing of value there.
There was basically nothing of value in most of the dungeons.
That is also very true.
Yeah, I mean, other than Moon Pearl and Eastern, I can't remember anything of value in any of the dungeons.
And that was a
Mirror on
dungeon.
Oh,
Tower
almost-
Era.
Mirror,
Almost a mirror.
almost in Skull Woods.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
You basically had to clear overworld was the big thing in this seed.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it was just so slow without the boots.
Oh yeah.
Hey, at
We got
least you
the-
guys got the flute early.
Yes,
Yeah.
very true. And we
Yeah.
got to take the scenic Rugify rule. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I really like that Tool Hand strategy did Quenstoffer. I like that.
Yeah, that's how I do every open seed is Sank, Houlihan, Christopher, Link's house, and work up. And then it doesn't matter if I need to go to Zora early, it guarantees that I have my bomb money, my bottle money, and right out of the gate, I don't have to worry about getting lucky. It's a safe, it's a conservative strategy, but but it only cost me about a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking before about different modes, and as soon as you started doing that, I was like if this was a retro, this would have been such a cool thing to talk about.
If this was what? I'm sorry.
If this was retro mode, that would have been such a good play from you. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in general, this would have been a pretty decent retro seed considering how early you got basically all of the 300 packs.
Yeah. That leads to a question that Shannon and I were discussing. For those 300 rupee packs, does the logic take those into account when saying if Zora's in logic?
No.
Nope, it doesn't.
Really?
Nope.
It is always assumed that you have the ability to farm for rupees somewhere. Whether that be the truly obnoxious, you have to go into the back of Blind's hut for your 30 rupees a pop, or if you have gloves to go into one of the rocks.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I was wrong. I assumed that the game took in those 300 packs into assumption when doing Zora logic.
Nope. Game
doesn't.
assumes you can always get rupees, and game assumes you can always get bombs.
Bombs
Not
I
even-
knew. It was the rupees I was didn't know.
Yeah, not even in Shop Sanity or in Retro, rupees is never something that would be considered to be a path or something.
Okay. Well, today I learned.
Yeah, that makes it really irritating in Shop Sanity when you have to just farm rupees in the irritating way.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's a good comparison.
But yeah, anything else you guys want to say before we wrap this up?
No, GG's. That was. I'm kind of interested to watch the VOD.
It'll be a good rewatch, and GG's to you as well. Thank you, everyone, for putting the restream on for us as well. We really appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Shout outs to the Restream team, Angry Pants for restreaming, and everybody else for comms, tracking, all that good stuff.
Yep. And GG's to both of you for putting on a really great show for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you guys see here, we have 3 matches coming up tomorrow. So make sure to press a follow on the button below the stream so that you will be able to cast those matches as well. My name has been Angels. That has been Karjan, and we are signing out.